Come on, baby. There we are. Beautiful. Okay. So, I find it really interesting how streaming, as often as I do, it seems like it becomes more and more like a job. Not even necessarily in a negative way, just as far as like patterns of behavior, get up, get ready, get dressed, go to work, which in this case, I drove from the next town over about an hour away, or across the country if you live in a small country. It's probably how it feels. But I have a case of the Mondays. That's just how that goes. Hey, Captain. My computer decided it didn't want to recognize my headphones, and I'm not sure why. I did get it fixed, but it was weird. I had to move the USB dongle to like 3 different USBs and then back into the first one before it finally decided, oh yeah, these do exist. We can use these. I don't know what that was about. It was just being weird. Hey, Alfred. But yeah, suddenly got incredibly warm in here. I had to turn the AC off because where I was getting behind the computer, it was like blowing my hair and shit. So just 1 second. Is it super hot there? It's gotten abnormally hot here as well. I don't know why. Looks like my exposure is off. Does. It looks like my exposure is a little off. 1 second. Went swimming today in the heat. Got to go tomorrow too. I don't want color grading. What I want is color correction on this. Yes, please. And then I can probably knock the gamma down just a little bit. There we go. That looks more like what I usually run. Maybe a little bit too dark. This is the only way that I can change it without negatively affecting the stream, because otherwise it's complicated. It doesn't matter. I have a separate scene set up for the camera. I think I have it set up so that you can still hear me, but probably not. 30C average today. Yeah, I lied about the temperature. I didn't think it was that bad yesterday, but when I took a picture of my my thermostat, it was 30, almost 35C here yesterday. So that was it was about 92 degrees, which is hot. When I lived in the desert, the temperature would push much closer to 50C. And you would think that's awful, especially presumably from places, Nordic countries or countries that are wetter. But when you have like 0% humidity to 10% humidity, it is fine. Like dry heat is really not that bad. It's bad if you're in direct sunlight over prolonged periods of time because you sweat. So you kind of create your own humid environment, which sounds gross, but it's true. But the interesting thing about a dry heat is like it will literally be 110, 120 degrees under the sun. You could cook eggs on the pavement. Easy. But then you step in the shade and it's like 70 degrees of the breeze. It's real strange. But when you live in a humid place, 90 degrees in a humid place is so much worse than 120 in a dry place. I mean, don't get me wrong, 120 is stifling. It's unbelievable. But I've only experienced that once or twice, it actually getting that high. It was definitely over 100 every summer, but 120 is quite a lot. I think the most I experienced when I was in the desert actually was maybe 112 or 114 degrees, which is still ridiculous. And I was in Dallas, Texas, the year that they broke the record. They've probably broken it again since. Will you please get over there? OBS, thank you. That they broke the record on the number of subsequent days in a row over 100, and the also hottest single day, something like that. It was a ridiculously hot summer, and that was awful because I lived across from a park that they irrigated and that had a small lake in it. Calling it a lake, that's just a cute thing people in Texas wanted to call it because it was not a lake. Where I live here, it would be a pond. It was just a pond. When I think of a lake, there's got to be at least one direction you look in that you can't see the other side. That's a lake, but maybe I'm biased. And then people who live near the Great Lakes are like, that's not a lake. If you don't have a ghost ship story, it's not a fucking lake. But the only Great Lake I've ever been on was Lake Erie, which isn't even the biggest one, and it was miserable for mosquitoes. Like you're talking about, mosquitoes are awful. Mosquitoes are definitely a thing where I live too. It's humid, it's hot, and it's full of mosquitoes right now, and they love me, man. Mm. So what I do, well, I haven't done it in years, but when I was younger, the lake that I live on, um, is large enough that you can see it from space. It's a big lake, but it's real tendrily. It has like little fingers and arms and tentacles that spread out all over the place because the mountainous terrain. And so the interesting thing about my lake is you could probably have 1,000 people on this lake if you were smart and make it so that you almost never see anybody else because of all these like little hidden coves and stuff. Literally in the direction I'm pointing right now, there is a hill. If I go up the hill, around again, I eventually meet this gate. If I cross the gate, which is just a divider, it's not like a demarcation of property. It's just because the person who owns the property is kind of a dickhead and doesn't want cars to go through. He doesn't mind foot traffic. But there is a footpath that goes down into the woods. And if you walk through the woods for about 15 minutes, you eventually come to these stone steps that are very, very, very fucking old, at least a couple hundred years old. And if you follow these stone steps down, they eventually stop about halfway down the hill because the level of the lake has changed. But if you follow it, you find this elbow in the lake that is completely and totally secluded that almost no one knows about. Like it's secluded enough that me and my friends, when we were younger, we used to go take bolt action rifles down there and like, you know, range find and stuff. But it was very, very nice. I haven't been there in years though. Right now would be like the most beautiful time to go see it too, because of, yeah, that actually, interestingly, so like this little area right here would be very similar to what I'm talking about. Like there's an elbow. It actually kind of goes the other way. I don't know that I can rotate, but there's an elbow that goes and makes like a J shape. And it spills out into the lake on one side and into the lake again on the other side. But there would be mountains on either side of this, or hills, really steep hills. So it's a bit of a trek, but when you get down there, no one's there. No one is there. That's cool, though. Oh, wow, you're unlike... Well, I mean, it makes sense. Most of the cities are on the southernmost tip, right? Yeah. They generally are. They're always along the coastlines. But you're a hop, skip, and a stone's throw away from Estonia. That's interesting. So is this demarcation Russia? I feel like there's Latvia. Yeah, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. So there's Belarus. Yeah, you're not far away from Russia either. That's interesting. Lake Bodom's next to it, but that's not as good. Children of Bodom, man. Old school metal. All right, let's actually get on task here. We're gonna play some Prey. I never was a super huge fan of Bodom. I always recognized them as being talented, but it was never, I don't know, that specific band I didn't get into as much. Yeah, I knew that there was a lake named Lake Bodom, but I didn't know that it was in Finland. I did not know that. So learn something new every day. All right, let's get into some Prey. I need to stop wasting time because I'm late today because of headphone issues. I read this thing. I don't know if I saved it. But this chick, she was on the internet and she was talking about... Let's get past the loud audio. She was talking about bracket nights, and I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? What the hell is a bracket night? Like, when I think of brackets, I think of like fantasy football or something. And actually, I wasn't too far off. What this lady would do with her friends is one night a week, she would have a bracket night with friends, and they would pick something completely and totally mundane and dumb and argue over it. I was going to say I didn't mute myself. I maybe did for a second to clear my throat. But yeah, what they do is they pick something really dumb, and then they have bracket nights where they each argue, and they kind of have like a tournament style fantasy football, but it'll be like, what is the best office chair? Which is better, bananas or apples? And I just remember thinking like, that would be a great stream idea to get chat in on. Pick something stupid and innocuous and have everybody plead their case about why they think whatever this thing is their best. Well, obviously bananas are better than apples. Apples are better for cleaning your teeth, but I just thought it would be funny, like getting chat all up in arms about what the best office chair is. I think that'd be hilarious. And then if there was a tie, we could break the tie with marbles. I think that would be really funny.
Nice work. The entrance to deep storage is off. Your brother's office is up here as well. Jupiter in his palace at the top of the heavens. He used to say that behind his back. But that would make you... what? Neptune? Pluto?
I feel like the Greeks had... Ah, what the hell? Where'd you come from, you little shithead? I didn't see you. Wow. Did you just try to attack me while frozen? You can suck it, thing. Alright. It's gonna take me a minute to readjust to the gameplay style. Also, for some reason, game capture isn't selected. I like game capture. It doesn't use as much processing power, and it also gets rid of a lot of the heads up stuff that I personally see that you guys just don't need to see, you know? Ooh, what is that? Ooh, another neuromod. Oh, Disruptor Stun Gun. Disruptor Stun Gun will knock out human targets. Typhon are more resistant, but can still be temporarily stunned. Robotic devices can also be temporarily disabled and ultimately destroyed by the Disruptor. Okay, mouse 1 and R. Sounds fair. Okay. Interesting. Do I have a big collection of stuff? Let's check my inventory, actually. I hate hitting escape. Let's see. Standing desks are amazing, but I can't afford desks. I never thought I would say that, but desks are ridiculously expensive now. Speakers are ridiculously expensive now, and it makes me upset because if I had known that when I first started to get my setup for streaming, what I would have done if I had thought of it is bought all that small stuff while it was still considerably cheaper. There are still like cheap ways to do stuff, but this room is like the worst possible room to stream in. If I had my way and I made enough money, I would purchase a small piece of property, like a little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom place. And one bedroom would just be mine, and the other would be a streaming setup, and I'd get to paint it and do everything. I don't have access to that. We're renting this place right now, so I considered building a desk. It sounds like I'm off topic, but I'm not. I considered building a desk. The problem is that the dimensions of this room make it so that it's kind of pointless to do that. There's weapon upgrade kits. Ooh, I can make neuromods. I forgot about that. But does this thing, is this just electric? Does it just get recharged? How does that work? Ah, see, 75%. 77%, and now I'm out of batteries. Okay, so I don't know how to make batteries yet. I don't want to use this thing up. But let's assign it to something. I do use the wrench. Let's assign it to no, not you. Where are you? You to 5. I like being able to slow down. What do I have that set to? I'm going to keep that on 6 because I know it sounds weird, but my my mouse is set up so that 1 through 3 is a row, 4 through 6 is a row. By keeping the 2 horizontal from each other, it makes life a little easier. I think I'll just leave it as is. Although I really like being able to use the pistol, but whatever. I hear something. Oh, that might be important to reload. How many neuromods do I have? I'm sorry we're off to a bit of a slow start. It's because I'm reacquainting myself with what the hell is going on. I definitely have enough to do a kinetic blast too. Create a physical blast that deals up to 75 damage and pushes away targets within 6 meters of the targeted area. Electrostatic burst creates an electrostatic burst that deals up to 25 damage within 3 meters of the target area. Additionally, the burst disrupts electronic equipment. No offense, but I don't actually much care about these, and I don't think that I'm going to update them. I wish I could undo this one, if I'm being perfectly honest. I want straightforward, sneak and shoot, because I'm familiar with it, and it's simple. I don't have to overthink it. Is there anything very useful that I could use? Like I could take this. Increases. I deal more damage. Do I deal more damage here? I do. Increases damage to security weapons to 150 and chance to critically hit to 10, which is nice. And then if I combine it with this, I wonder if it stacks. 110% damage. Actions cost 25% stamina. It looks like I have... Ooh, can I make shotgun shells? Ooh, wait. I enjoy the game quite a bit. I like it a lot. The only issue that I really... Well, there's two issues. That is this. Not a fan of this. I do not like wheel inventories. I'm not a fan. But the only real issue I have is how complicated it is. If I were playing by myself, I don't think it would affect me that much. But because I'm playing it in front of an audience, it makes me a little nervous. I'm last minute trying to, like, I'll hit this out of instinct and be like, shit, what weapon do I want? Oh, yeah, I want, you know what I mean? That drives me crazy. But I'll live with it. I think 41. Should I go with more? I'm not sure how many of these I have, but let's do it. I want as much shotgun stuff as possible. And then also, as far as updating, I have 2 weapons upgrades. Let's upgrade this guy some more. I have 2. So let's go here. Confirm. Interesting. That behaved differently than last time. I know that sounds weird, but before I just had to press enter twice. There I actually had to navigate. So that's fully upgraded now. Let's auto sort a little bit. What is this? Mineral material. Oh, it's shaped different. That's interesting. I swear it's like there's an update. I don't mind the open world. The open world is not the complexity I'm talking about. It is the inventory management system that I'm not a fan of and how diverse it is. I don't know why, but I'm just not generally a big fan of it. Ooh, I need as many suit repair kits as possible. I can't believe I didn't notice that until now. Oh, now I don't have enough to... Do I have suit repair kits? Let's see. Got a lot of 9mm. I only have 1 suit repair kit. Let's go ahead and use it. But what I need to do is probably junk some of the extra stuff. I'm going to have to collect things, come back here, and get more suit repair kits. Because if I don't, I am going to end up in a situation where my suit is going to get destroyed, and it really does negatively affect you a lot when your suit is destroyed. Oh, I can get rid of, while I'm here, I need to get rid of this extra pistol. I don't need this. Let's go ahead and transfer that. I hate to do it, but I'm tempted to get rid of that. It might give me enough for 1 suit repair kit. Can I transfer this? I don't really use these. I don't know how fear would help me. What is this? Bourbon. Health by 1 cures fear. Restores health by 1 cures fear. So let's go ahead and... Oh, I might need that to repair stuff. Let's go ahead and move that, move that. I hate doing that. But I think that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to need more suit repair kits no matter how I want to play. Hopefully that will give me enough that I can do a suit repair kit. I can. Good. I need to get up to 100 because I have a feeling it's about to get hard. I wish I had noticed that. Am I already out? Yep. Well, at least I got 1 more suit repair kit. It's not great, but it will help. 64 is better than 4 by a lot. What the fuck is that? What?
Morgan, are There's nothing in the research. Stay away from it.
Yeah, don't have to tell me that, dude. I'm good. Ooh, can I climb this? Ah. I can carry a corpse. So,
While you're up there, you could look into why the lift is stuck. It'd be a lot faster and safer than having to fly through the guts again.
okay, so this lift is stuck. I didn't know that, but okay, it is. Makes sense. Wrong. Ah, the sensitivity throws me. So how is everybody doing? Yeah, I like going back to the sandbox, being able to choose what to do, when to do it. I actually don't have too much of an issue with that, other than making me a bit indecisive. I tend to get a bit indecisive because I'm like, should I do X or should I do Y, or you know what I mean? But the inventory management system is something I will gripe about a little bit. There's a bad guy somewhere, but I want to get in here and I can absolutely hack this. I think. Here, let's quick save just to be sure. I wish there was a shortcut for this, but okay. Oh no, I hate that. Not a fan of how that's set up. Okay. Oh, that sounds fun. That's a game I never really got into. I've never... What? It won't let me take the med kit. Is my inventory full? Oh, wait. Now it makes sense. Sneaky little bugger. It wouldn't let me pick it up because it was one of the things. Can recycle that. Julian, stop by, but you were out. For your information, review the lab notes. Plants pose no health risk. You should be good to go in Arboretum, Hans. Okay. Don't know precisely what that's referencing, but sure. I can probably get some organics out of those. Is there anything else in here? I feel like hacking my way into a door and then not getting anything cool is annoying, but okay. Sure. All right. Well. Okay, I can go up into the Arboretum a little further. Did you hear that? There's a person somewhere. I don't know where though. Not sure which direction to go in. Can't interact with that. So it looks like I have... Oh, well, this is probably a good place to start. Let's repair this to protect me. Beautiful. Investigate this person. Yeah, she got banana pills. I'll take an extra shotgun. Why not? Can move a chest table. Don't know how helpful that is.
Type of material inconclusive. Logging calibration request.
Repair that. That might be helpful. What's in here? I'll take it. Drink. Is there a trash can or anything I can interact with? I think down is a good way to go first. That's where I generally need to go first. What is that? Oh, I got shot by that thing because it was dealing with those.
Scan complete. Recycling aptitude available.
Okay. So there's the Galgos habitation pod. Something was triggered in there. There's the main lift. The loading bay. I am not sure where to go first. So we are experiencing a bit of an open world problem right now.
Everything go well?
Eventually, had to wait a while. Two assholes in the sales team chose that exact moment to stand under the alarm bell and smoke cigars.
Hey, Soups!
Talos, my clients are eager.
Yeah, just made the last shipment. Should be Earthside by morning Pacific time.
Good. I'll be leaving another package for you after tomorrow's shift.
Hello. Nice to see you.
The lobby. Assuming it works.
I didn't see you
Of course
there.
it works. Tabs on the
Diagnosing.
wrench. Have a pop it open. All of them will work that way.
All
You're
better.
adorable.
Thank you, dude.
Proud of your gadgets.
Don't patronize me, Lily.
All right, so I found a back way to go through here. Right now, you didn't miss anything significant. I've gone into the Arboretum, and I'm presented with a number of options. So my primary issue right now, having this big thing out is probably not as useful as having a glue cannon out, which is also big. So I came into the Arboretum. I climbed up through a hole to find myself in this general area. I have the option of taking this path up, right? Using that button, which I didn't realize I could do that. I found some dead bodies here. When I go down there, there's a path left, there's a path right, there's a path straight, there's a path up there. So it looks like I'm going to have to explore everything under this dome. And I'm kind of paralysis by analysis. Like there's too many potential paths I could take. That's where I am. I do like it. I do like this environment. I'm glad that I actually came back to explain that because I didn't realize there was a note here or that I could interact with this machine. It says entry 165. I've managed to reduce the growth time to around 10 minutes per fruit. That is remarkable. It's remarkable to see them sprout from practically nothing and grow to an edible size and ripeness before my very eyes. More importantly, I finally obtained clearance for a wider range testing of the growth formula from Dr. Kelstrup. All that's left is to actually fabricate it and then inserting it into the sprinkler system. I'm keeping the fabrication plan on my person as I have no doubt others will love to claim credit for it. But how does it affect human beings? Oh, tell me this works. Oh, shit. Wow. That wasn't there before, right? Well, that's cool.